Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers are facing a complicated stretch in the outfield, particularly with Teoscar Hernandez, who has been navigating a roller coaster of defensive performance lately. Hernandez, traditionally a strong presence in right field, has shown glimpses of brilliance, but also moments that have challenged the Dodgers' depth and consistency. This inconsistency has sparked conversations among fans and analysts alike about whether a positional shift might be on the horizon, moving Hernandez to left field to better suit the team's overall defensive alignment. However, despite the speculation, the team has made it clear that no formal decision has been made and that the discussion about shifting positions is not yet a serious consideration. Manager Dave Roberts emphasized in recent comments that while Hernandez has had rough patches, he also has moments where he displays formidable skill, and the Dodgers remain committed to allowing him to grow into the potential they see. The dynamic between Hernandez and the rest of the outfield lineup is delicate, especially as the Dodgers look to solidify their defense and maintain momentum during the final stretch of the season. Andrew Friedman, the team's president of baseball operations, has maintained a hands-on approach in evaluating defensive strategy, often working closely with Roberts to ensure that any adjustments are thoughtful and supportive rather than reactive. This careful management style reflects the Dodgers' broader philosophy. While talent is abundant, positioning, timing, and cohesion on the field are just as crucial as raw ability. Hernandez's struggles in right field have been highlighted in recent games, particularly a matchup against the Colorado Rockies, where a series of missed plays contributed to a late-game collapse and the end of the Dodgers' winning streak. Moments like these serve as reminders that even elite players face challenges and that adjusting to the pace, angles, and reactions required at this level is an ongoing process. Hernandez himself has addressed these moments candidly, acknowledging lapses but emphasizing his commitment to moving forward and improving each day. His response the following night, with noticeably sharper fielding, demonstrates the resilience and adaptability that the Dodgers value in their athletes. This balance of accountability and opportunity is central to the team's approach, fostering an environment where players can learn from mistakes without fear of abrupt demotion or harsh critique. Beyond Hernandez, the Dodgers' outfield composition remains flexible, with multiple players capable of filling in across positions depending on matchups, game situations, and health status. Tommy Edman, Alex Call, and Enrique Hernandez are all options that the team can deploy strategically, providing both depth and versatility. Decisions about who plays were often influenced by opposing pitchers, with the team constructing lineups to maximize both offensive potential and defensive reliability. Michael Conforto, for example, may see his role adjusted depending on these strategic considerations, moving from a regular starter to more situational appearances. This juggling act highlights the intricate chess match that unfolds every game day, where coaching decisions, player performance, and matchup analysis intersect in real time. On the pitching side, recent roster moves have also been instrumental in shaping the Dodgers' strategy. Matt Sauer was recalled to the Major League roster ahead of the series finale against the Rockies, providing additional pitching depth and flexibility. Sauer's return marks his fifth stint with the team this season, reflecting both his durability and the trust that the coaching staff places in his ability to eat innings and contribute effectively when called upon. While his numbers may not leap off the page, his presence allows the Dodgers to manage workloads for other pitchers and maintain overall team stamina through a grueling schedule. Paul Gervis, meanwhile, was optioned to AAA Oklahoma City, allowing the organization to continue his development while keeping him available for future recalls. Gervis, acquired earlier in the season through a multi-team trade, has demonstrated strong performance in the minors, including impressive strikeout rates and command over his innings. The Dodgers are closely monitoring his progress, aware that he could become a critical piece of the bullpen in the near future. These roster maneuvers underscore the team's commitment to balancing immediate competitive needs with long-term development goals. For a club like the Dodgers, sustaining success involves not only maximizing the talent on the field today, but also carefully nurturing players who will contribute in the seasons ahead. This dual focus on current performance and future readiness is evident in how they handle both position players and pitchers, integrating analytics, scouting, and in-game observations to inform decisions. The dialogue between management, coaching staff, and players is continuous, creating an environment where adjustments can be made swiftly yet thoughtfully. Roberts' remarks about defensive improvement are indicative of this philosophy, highlighting that even when players struggle individually, the collective goal remains building a stronger, more cohesive defensive unit. The Dodgers understand that defensive lapses are not just individual failings, but opportunities for strategic refinement, communication improvement, and positional awareness. This mindset helps maintain morale while still driving performance improvements. At the heart of all these considerations is the team's approach to player resilience and accountability. Hernandez, for instance, has shown the ability to reflect on mistakes without letting them define his trajectory, which aligns perfectly with the Dodgers' culture of growth. The team encourages players to analyze errors, adjust techniques, and maintain focus on upcoming opportunities rather than dwelling excessively on past failures. This approach extends across the roster, from young prospects to seasoned veterans, creating a shared understanding that every game is a chance to refine skills, make strategic contributions, and elevate team performance. As the season progresses, the Dodgers continue to navigate the fine line between maintaining their competitive edge and ensuring that players develop in ways that support long-term sustainability. This multi-layered communication network is critical in navigating the complexities of a professional baseball season, particularly when unexpected challenges like defensive lapses arise. As the Dodgers continue their 2025 campaign, fans and analysts alike are watching closely to see how these dynamics play out. Every catch, throw, and positional decision carries implications not only for individual games, but also for playoff positioning and long-term roster construction. The interplay between player development, game day strategy, and roster management is constantly evolving, creating a rich narrative that extends beyond statistics to the very essence of team building. With Matt Sauer's recall, Paul Gervis's continued development, and Hernandez's ongoing adaptation in right field, the Dodgers' story this season is one of balancing talent, potential, and strategic foresight. Observing how these elements interact offers a glimpse into the meticulous planning and in-game decision-making that define an elite baseball organization. Each game becomes a microcosm of larger organizational philosophies, where performance, preparation, and player growth are equally valued. Fans witnessing these developments see more than wins and losses. They witness the orchestration of talent, the careful management of resources, and the nuanced strategies that turn a roster of exceptional athletes into a cohesive, high-performing team. The Dodgers' commitment to both immediate success and sustainable growth continues to guide every move, from outfield adjustments to pitching recalls, creating a season narrative filled with tension, excitement, and anticipation. While questions remain about the timing and impact of any positional shifts, what is clear is that the organization is methodically assessing every factor, ensuring that each decision serves the broader goal of competitive excellence. The resilience of players like Hernandez, combined with strategic roster moves and a culture of accountability, positions the Dodgers to navigate challenges effectively while striving for consistency and dominance in a highly competitive league. Each play, each adjustment, and each roster decision reflects a broader philosophy where preparation meets opportunity, allowing the team to maximize both individual performance and collective strength. As the Dodgers move forward, fans can expect a season filled with strategic maneuvers, emerging talent, and the constant pursuit of excellence, all unfolding against the backdrop of high-stakes competition and the relentless rhythm of Major League Baseball. As the Dodgers navigate the remainder of the season, the spotlight remains firmly on how they manage both veteran and emerging talent. Teoscar Hernandez's journey in right field serves as a prime example of how even established players must continuously adjust to maintain peak performance at the major league level. While his occasional defensive lapses have prompted discussion among fans, management is focused on cultivating an environment where these moments become opportunities for growth rather than sources of discouragement. The dialogue between Hernandez and the coaching staff has been constructive, emphasizing technique, positioning, and anticipation rather than placing blame. This proactive approach allows players to build confidence while still addressing critical areas that require refinement. Defensive strategy for the Dodgers this season has been a dynamic puzzle, influenced not only by individual player performance, but also by opposing team tendencies, pitcher matchups, and situational demands within each game. Each decision about who takes the field, where they line up, and how rotations are managed contributes to a broader plan that balances immediate competitiveness with long-term player development. While the idea of moving Hernandez to left field has been floated in discussions, it remains a contingency rather than a planned transition. Manager Dave Roberts has reiterated that Hernandez possesses the capability to perform at a high level in right field and that the organization is willing to invest time in helping him reach his full potential. This patience reflects the Dodgers' wider philosophy of measured adjustments and strategic foresight. Alongside Hernandez, other outfielders like Tommy Edman, Alex Call, and Enrique Hernandez provide flexibility in the roster, allowing Roberts to adapt to in-game developments without compromising the team's overall defensive integrity. These players can be rotated depending on pitcher matchups, game situations, and the health status of a roster, ensuring that the Dodgers can maintain competitive advantage while also fostering development opportunities for younger talent. Michael Conforto's role is an example of this balance. As the team optimizes matchups and lineups, his responsibilities may shift, highlighting how roster management is not only about individual performance, but also about maximizing team effectiveness. On the pitching front, Matt Sauer's recall adds depth to the Dodgers' rotation and bullpen options, allowing for more strategic flexibility in managing innings and matchups. Sauer's experience as a reliable innings eater is crucial during stretches where the team faces consecutive high-pressure games. His ability to deliver consistent performances, even without dominating statistics, makes him an integral part of the roster stability. Meanwhile, Paul Gervis's option to AAA Oklahoma City ensures that the team continues to nurture emerging talent while keeping him available for future contributions. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In what can only be described as the most stunning development of this baseball season, whispers are spreading quickly through front offices, press boxes, and fan communities alike. MOOKIE BETTS, the beloved superstar and face of the Los Angeles Dodgers, is allegedly on his way out. The rumor, though still unconfirmed by team executives, has grown so loud that it is impossible to ignore, carrying with it the weight of disbelief, speculation, and raw shock. Betts, who has been a cornerstone of the Dodgers both offensively and defensively since his arrival, is not merely a player to this franchise. He is the symbol of their competitive fire, their consistency, and their pursuit of championships. For a player of his caliber and stature to be linked with a departure is nothing short of seismic, leaving fans stunned and reporters scrambling to understand the motives behind such an unexpected twist. The idea that a team so meticulously built around stars like Betts could allow him to slip away borders on the surreal. And the notion of seeing him wear another uniform is sparking a mix of fear, outrage, and disbelief that feels almost too sensational to be true, yet too insistent to ignore. What intensifies the drama surrounding these whispers is not only the timing, but the lack of transparency from the Dodgers front office, who have remained notably silent on the matter. While insiders suggest that the negotiations involve long-term financial commitments and potential roster restructuring, others point to possible personal preferences from Betts himself, hinting that he may be seeking a fresh challenge or a new stage to cement his legacy. If true, it begs the question of whether the Dodgers underestimated his ambitions or simply chose pragmatism over sentiment, as the economics of modern baseball often force teams into decisions that feel ruthless to outsiders. In the corridors of Dodger Stadium, the tension is palpable, with players reportedly caught off guard by the chatter and staff members avoiding direct comments. For the fans, the silence has been deafening, fueling forums, podcasts, and late-night debates that oscillate between denial and reluctant acceptance. The possibility of BETTS leaving at this particular juncture, when the Dodgers remain favorites for another deep playoff run, adds another layer of disbelief, as few imagined such a storyline unfolding during what was supposed to be yet another triumphant season in Los Angeles. From a business standpoint, it is impossible to ignore that BETTS' value remains astronomical, making him not only an MVP-caliber performer, but also a marketing juggernaut capable of transforming the fortunes of any franchise he joins. Should these rumors prove true, the Dodgers would face not only a significant gap in their lineup, but also a branding void that could prove difficult to replace, even in a market as large and resourceful as Los Angeles. The speculation over his potential landing spots has already begun, with fans and analysts throwing out names of teams that have the financial muscle and championship aspirations to lure him away. The Yankees, always eager to grab a superstar, have been floated in hushed tones, while the Red Sox, his former team, remain a nostalgic yet improbable possibility. Other whispers link him to ambitious underdogs who would seize the chance to make BETTS the centerpiece of their ascension. In every scenario, the drama of his departure reverberates beyond the field, striking at the cultural and emotional heart of what he has represented to Dodgers fans since his arrival, making this rumor less about baseball and more about identity, loyalty, and heartbreak. What complicates the narrative further is the undeniable impact BETTS has had not just on the Dodgers' success, but on the broader baseball landscape, where his talent and charisma have made him one of the sport's defining figures. From clutch playoff performances to dazzling defensive plays, his highlights have been etched into recent baseball memory, and the idea that such moments may no longer belong to Los Angeles is causing a wave of nostalgia before the story has even reached its conclusion. If this departure comes to fruition, it risks rewriting the legacy of both BETTS and the Dodgers, creating a parallel universe where their union ended prematurely instead of being remembered as a long and fruitful era. Comparisons are already being drawn with past shocks in sports history, from franchise icons unexpectedly traded to beloved players leaving in search of greener pastures. What stings most for fans is the sense of powerlessness, the realization that no amount of loyalty or support can override the cold calculations of contracts and negotiations. In the midst of championship hopes, this bombshell rumor has hijacked the narrative, forcing everyone to ask whether they are witnessing the unraveling of an era or merely the birth of another dramatic chapter in baseball lore. Still, amidst all the confusion and the swirl of speculation, one undeniable truth lingers. The story of Mookie Betts is far from over, regardless of whether it continues in Los Angeles or finds a new home elsewhere. His legacy, already gilded with awards, achievements, and the adoration of fans, ensures that any transition will be followed with microscopic attention, dissected from every angle by pundits and historians alike. If he stays, this episode will serve as a reminder of how fragile even the most solid alliances can appear when money and ambition collide. If he goes, the shockwaves will ripple for years, shaping the strategies of franchises and the expectations of fan bases across the league. For now, all that exists is rumor, uncertainty, and a growing sense that something extraordinary is unfolding behind the scenes, even if the full details remain cloaked in secrecy. The Dodgers, so often a picture of stability and strength, now find themselves at the center of a storm that could redefine their immediate future. Whether this turns out to be fact or fiction, the rumor alone has already altered the conversation, making Mookie Betts' status the most talked-about storyline in baseball, a drama that may soon explode into reality. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.